This past weekend, MCC Island surprise launched into closed beta. I got a guided tour by one of the artists, Violet, I played a bunch of games, and we found a few secrets. So here are 11 things that you should know about MCC Island. Number 1. Into the sewers. So if you're like me and you hate the sunlight, then you can be a little rat in the sewers of MCC Island. You've likely run past these manhole covers a dozen times and never thought anything of them. Next time you're online though, stand on top of one and crouch. There's actually scaffolding beneath them and you can go down there and explore the labyrinth of poo pipes. Although so far, I haven't actually found anything interesting. It's just been a bunch of dead ends and even this one sign that was mocking me. Oh, the other cool thing you can do as well is you can swim up the streams to emerge from the storm drains on the street, which looks hilarious. Number 2. The hidden vendors. So scattered around the island are various vendors that are going to sell you special cosmetics going all the way up to legendary rarity, if you know where to find them. Without a doubt, my favorite one so far is Nox or Noxy. I'm not entirely sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but as soon as you land on MCC Island, walk towards the 4 games and make the first left. Head down the street here, past the flower shop, and you will find the jail at the corner. But unfortunately, our boy is behind bars and you can't interact with him. So you need to head next door into the flower shop, go through this wall just here, and you will emerge from the poster in his cell, and then you can buy yourself a Nox stash for a whopping 75,000 coins. There's a bunch more hidden vendors around the island. We'll come back to those in just a moment. Number 3, the free cosmetic. So in all of the excitement of arriving on MCC Island, you might actually run past something that you can grab for free. As soon as you step off the boat, there is a little stall on the left-hand side. There's a fella there called Jimmy, and he wants to give you a free foam finger. Interact with him, add it to your wardrobe, and it even has 5 unlockable colors as well. Number 4. Housing. So in my last island video, I speculated that Splinter's Workshop was going to be a store where you could gather materials to complete blueprints to create all kinds of cool decorative entities. It was a pretty solid assumption that the Noxcrew didn't want people littering the streets of the island, so I assumed that they were going to give us our own spaces. And it turns out I was right. When you open up the socials menu, go to your friends and bring up somebody's profile, you can see this icon along the bottom of a house. Hovering over it reveals that apartments is the terminology they're going to go with. So housing is coming sometime in the future. And just circling back to Splinter's Workshop for a moment, next door to that is Build Mart Express, but next door to that, there is then a shop called JL. It's got a giant chair icon, so I can only assume that's going to be our furniture. Number 5. Behind the waterfall. It's time for maybe the coolest hidden vendor out of all of them. This is somebody called Professor Sensei. If you head to the Purple Panda's base and go east following the water that comes from their water wheel, it eventually goes off the edge of a cliff and becomes a waterfall. And you guessed it, you can swim through the waterfall and you land in a training dojo. Here, Sensei will sell you a Sai accessory for 25,000 coins. Number 6. The Great Crash. So we've just been speaking about predictions a moment ago, and another one I made has come true. All the way back in March, I speculated that MC Championship's Decision Dome would end up crash landing onto the island in some way, shape, or form. The only reason I assumed it would crash and it would be the worst case scenario is because of all of the safety concerns we saw during that update video. Lots of people called me crazy, but I was right. 2 months later, the trailer dropped for Island, and there in all of its glory was a happy and healthy dome. If you wander through the market square, continue north as far as you can go, you'll be met by a giant gate with the word champs either side of it. You do a little parkour to get over the wall onto the beach, and you can swim all the way over to this ginormous Decision Dome sized hole. I'm pretty sure it'd be impossible for them to animate this in-game, so my prediction is that when we launch into 1.0, the full official release of MCC Island, we're going to get another brand new animatic like we did for the announcement, where we get to see the Decision Dome make its way down. But what if the worst could happen? Imagine if GDL fail and it has a really bumpy landing, parts break off, and we've got this husk of a Decision Dome. For the first few weeks, it's just sitting on the coast, and we have to work as a community to donate coins towards the repair costs before we can ever step foot on it. I think that'd be really fun. Number 7. Noxcrew HQ. A really cute addition to the island is the Noxcrew headquarters. In real life, to my knowledge, all the team work remotely, so it's really cool seeing them imagine a shared space. But the reason it's made its way into this video though is because there's a hidden vendor at this location. So this is where you can find it on the map, and once you get there, make your way up the stairs and keep going up and up and up until you reach the artist's room. In here, you'll be able to see Violet working on Blockbench, which is a lovely reference in my opinion. And next to them, you can find Cheesier Pasta, who sells a mohawk hairstyle of blue rarity for 15,000 coins. Number 8. vehicles are coming. So I had wondered previously how much of the Noxcrew's bedrock material might make its way into MC Championship and MCC Island. We've already had GDL working on the thrusters, and of course, World of Cars is another one of their big hits. And during my tour last night, I joked about vehicles coming to the island, and seconds later, I stumbled across Vin Petrol and his garage. Oh my god. Now, the roads of MCC Island aren't particularly wide, so maybe these will be restricted to just housing areas. I guess only time will tell. Number 9. Beach Day. These next 2 hidden vendors are so close together that we might as well bundle them into one section. So on the approach to the Pink Parrot's base, if you look in a tent just on the left-hand side, you'll meet Mitchell Brown, who's selling a safari hat for 10,000 coins. Once you meet the crossroad where the Pink Parrot's base is right in front of you, you want to turn right and head down the hill towards the beach. Here, you can go to the shop where Bobby Lan is going to be selling a snorkel, setting you back around 10,000 coins, or you can buy the surfboard accessory for 25,000. But do be very careful if you go down that way. In the cave just nearby, there seems to be a magical cult gathering. Could it be something to do with the ruins of a potentially old faction off the western shores? We need to do some investigating. Number 10, the Sky Lounge. So if you've splashed a little cash on the web store and you've managed to pick up the Grand Champ or the Royale ranks, then you'll get exclusive access to the Sky Lounge. To get to this, you can just use the compass to fast travel, or if you want to walk there, go past the 4 games, past the right-hand side of the castle, and it's right there. This is a big old exclusive penthouse party, and DJ Octo is playing the music. He's by far my favorite NPC so far. And the other important thing you can find here are some exclusive cosmetics. They do cost money or gems, but you can buy a bunch of different auras and trails going all the way up to legendary rarity. And finally, number 11. It's Gnotogus. I can't say that. It's Gnotogus. You can't take a secret, can you? It's not a secret anymore. Basically, this is your final hidden vendor for this video. It's very simple to get there. From the center of the island, you want to make your way left up the side of the town hall, start going up the mountain, hold on to the right-hand side, and you'll eventually reach the Gnome Maker. Now, I don't know if this cosmetic of a gnome is a hat or whether it's going to be like a full helmet. I guess somebody needs to spend 100k to find out. So there we are. That's everything I found on day 1 of MCC Island. If I missed anything, feel free to share your knowledge in the comment section below. And I'm sure as world quests roll out, housing gets implemented, and more games get thrown into the mix, there's going to be plenty more to discover on the island, and I'll be sure to cover all of it on this channel.